Just a few meters of rock now separates rescue teams from 41 workers who were trapped inside a collapsed tunnel in India's Uttarakhand state. It's been almost 2 weeks since the structure caved. Authorities are highly optimistic that the men will be out soon.
हम उम्मीद करते हैं कि हो सकता है उससे पहले भी हमको सफलता मिल जाए। उम्मीद है शाम तक अगर सब ठीक रहा तो हम लोग 5 मीटर की
Rescuers still need to get through an estimated 15 meters of debris. They'd hoped to get to the workers last night or even this morning, but had to stop drilling. That was after debris damaged the equipment. Officials now say that there is no metallic obstruction for the next 5 meters. The plan is to push a pipe through the rubble big enough to allow the men to be pulled out on wheeled stretchers. Until then, authorities say that the men still have access to light, oxygen, food, as well as water. For more, Neha Poonia joins us. She's live from New Delhi. Neha, the rescue was expected to take place last night or even this morning. That didn't happen. What are the challenges that rescue teams are running into this close to the trapped workers?
Well, Dawn, it's been nearly 2 weeks since these men first became trapped under that under-construction tunnel, and it's been a dramatic rescue operation that's gone on for more than 12 days now. Officials say they're finally within touching distance of these 41 trapped workers, and like you said, just about 12 meters separates them from these men. That's about 3 sedan cars put back to front, and officials say it looks like that there will finally be some light at the end of this tunnel, but they're also asking media teams as well as relatives of these workers, many of whom have been camped outside that rescue site, to not speculate on how much longer this will take. Very little work or progress was made on Friday, and this is coming after on Thursday we heard officials say that the men could have possibly been rescued by the end of the day, but there have been some technical snags. The drilling machine, which is doing the heavy work of drilling through that debris, clearing a path for those pipes to be inserted, was damaged. That needed to be repaired. The platform on which this massive machinery is standing was also damaged. It was impacted and there were some cracks that developed. That needed to be fixed as well. And that has taken up a lot of time. But officials say that it should now be a matter of just a few hours. They anticipate that there are no other obstacles. A lot of time on Friday was also spent clearing those obstacles, which are iron rods that were being used for this construction project, as well as a mesh layer of steel. And officials say that now it should just simply be a matter of drilling through that debris and inserting that pipe, and that should eventually take them to the men. But there's still no clarity on the timeline that we're looking at.
It's a complex operation over there, Neha. The men have been stuck, as you say, for 2 weeks now, but there are procedures in place for after their rescue when it happens. Can you walk us through what will happen once these men are finally free?
Not just like the clock's been ticking on rescuing these men, and officials say they are confident they will be able to pull them alive sooner rather than later. It's just going to be as essential to make sure these men who've been trapped inside that cave-like structure, 60 meters inside that mountain in the North Indian state of Uttarakhand, that they are rescued and given medical aid immediately. On Friday, as drilling work was interrupted because of the various reasons we've discussed, you saw rescue personnel doing dry runs of what that final evacuation phase is going to look like. They pushed in a rolled stretcher. One rescue personnel lay down, face down, and he was pulled out using a rope that was tied to the end of that stretcher. And that's what each construction worker is going to have to do to get out of that tunnel as well. Outside, you'll have 41 ambulances waiting, which will be assigned 1 doctor, 1 attendant to make sure these men get individual attention immediately. And then they will be airlifted to the closest big town with the hospital that's AIMS, where they will be given immediate medical attention.
Neha, thank you for that update on the tunnel collapse in Uttarakhand state. Neha Poonia there live for us in New Delhi.